Many people do struggle with regards to learning irregular conjugations in foreign languages. Hopefully this unit can make it easier for you to understand irregular verb conjugations in the Spanish language. Under the present tense, there are stem change verbs, spell change verbs, other verbs that have irregular yo forms, true irregulars, and certain verbs that have multiple irregularities under the present tense. There are only 3 verbs that are irregular under the imperfect. They are ir, ser, and ver. Irregular verbs under the preterite include stem change verbs, spell change verbs, and true irregulars. All verbs that are irregular under the future are also irregular under the conditional, and those 12 verbs have specific irregular stems that are used for both the future and conditional. To those irregular stems, you add the future and conditional endings to form the future and conditional conjugations. In the next lesson, we will first look at how the stems of most irregular verbs under the present subjunctive are formed. There are stem change and spell change verbs, and true irregulars. There are also verbs that have multiple irregularities under the present subjunctive. Irregular verbs under the imperfect subjunctive include those that are based on preterite stem changes and those that are based on preterite spell changes. The future subjunctive stem is identical to the imperfect subjunctive stem, so any verb that is irregular under the imperfect subjunctive is also irregular under the future subjunctive. This lesson will specifically cover verbs that have multiple irregularities, including those under the present tense, present subjunctive, and preterite. We will also look at specific verbs that have multiple irregularities, including oler, reñir and teñir, and erguir. To end Unit 3, we have irregular prefix verbs. There are certain verbs which commonly have prefix variations. This includes poner, hacer, venir, tener, decir, traer, seguir, and volver. And then we have the command forms of certain irregular prefix verbs. So that sums up the lessons of Unit 3. As I always say, I would very much appreciate it if you could please do me a favor and share this video series with your friends and teachers. And that is all for now, so until next time.